everyone. Amazing Race Season 36 is coming soon, and we are excited to meet some of the new teams. Welcome back to the Tar Pit Podcast. I'm Emma.
I'm Evie.
And I'm Adam.
We're here with the Smith brothers. So, guys, tell us about yourself, where you're from, and what's your day-to-day life like?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank you. This is our first podcast we've ever done, and we are so appreciative to be a part of this. This is awesome.
It's an honor to be part of the Tar Pit family.
Yeah, we're in the Tar Pit.
Thank you for your time as well.
So, a little bit about us. We grew up in Texas, little town called Flower Mound. It's outside of the DFW, Dallas-Fort Worth area. And we have been living in Clearwater, Florida, which is like outside of Tampa, for about like three years now.
Yeah, coming up on 3 years now.
And yeah, it's just, we live for the outdoors. It's really all we do. We're outside fishing. Anthony especially is a huge fisherman.
Yeah, if I could build a tent and just live outside, I would. It's kind of all we do. If we're not out in the water, we're at the beach or we're fishing or paddle boarding. And, it's where we find our happiness is outside. So Florida's been great for us, and it's been a blast being out here.
Yep, can't complain.
That's cool.
So when did you guys decide that you wanted to do the Amazing Race, and what made you think about being a team together?
Well, the team part, I think that script was already written from the day we were born. We were meant to work together. But the Amazing Race, this is something you can talk about a little bit too. Anthony.
Yeah, so going all the way back, my grandma this was one of her favorite shows going back to, I think, the first or second season. So we used to spend a lot of time with her growing up, and she'd always have it on the TV.
And we'd be playing with our Legos, and we'd always see Phil's face from Evie and Emma. I don't know how old you are, but probably younger than you guys. We were kids. we were always watching the show. And, once the opportunity actually came and we knew that we could really work together as a team and try to, do something so crazy like this.
And to kind of pinpoint, I think, we really wanted to focus on our relationship and what we can do together as a team. I think growing up, we've always got pinned against each other. Who's faster? Who's smarter? Who's
twin thing?
with all that. So we kind of, that put us against each other at some points when we were young and built animosity. And then we kind of got really close in our teenage years, and obviously, we were close as kids.
Yeah, we don't have bunk beds anymore.
But I think that as we grew stronger and went with age, we definitely our relationship strengthened, and we decided there's nothing that we don't think we could do together. And
let's race around the world together.
What an awesome challenge. This is probably one of the craziest things we could compete to do together.
The coolest thing I've ever done. So
yeah, that's really cool. So my dad is actually trying to convince our other dad to go on the race, but he doesn't want to. So
really,
I could understand. It's a little stressful. I understand. But maybe when you guys are old enough, you gotta go on, right?
The sister team, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So what are some of the most memorable challenges from past seasons?
Oh, okay. So I personally, I love the bug eating one. I'm glad that I got to see some good ones. Lulu and Lala were hilarious. The twins, watching them try to eat down those bugs, I thoroughly enjoyed. I think season 30.
Did you enjoy watching it, or would you like to eat the bugs?
No, I said I like to watch it. Eat the bugs. Yeah, that was one of my favorite. Obviously, the watermelon to the face, my ox is broken, all the iconic ones.
Yeah.
Going back to the water slide, I would have been pumped to do that one. I think that was Dubai. And then,
the water slide, I would have loved that one. I usually pay money for that, so.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
So what kinds of talents or skills do you think that you have that helped you on this race?
At least I think we're good at kind of communicating and figuring out what we need to do next without, especially when you're stressed out, being on the Amazing Race. I'm not saying it's a high stress situation to be in, but there's definitely pressure,
You're not thinking as straight as you would in your day-to-day life. So
I think we're good at not snapping on each other and being each other's punching bags. We can kind of be on the same page without even, as a twin thing, I guess. I'm not saying we have telepathy or anything.
We've been in stressful situations together, I guess, is the moral of the story. And we've definitely we've learned how to work together, and no matter what, if it's an exciting time or a stressful time, and we've been through it all together. And I think that, a strength would be just our cohesiveness and how we have a similar mind. I also could say it's a weakness, if we have the same weaknesses probably too. So we don't pick each other up maybe in that sense. But
I think we're good just working together.
Yeah, and I think we're creative, so I think puzzles and some more abstract stuff like that is I won't,
Anthony's saying that, not me.
Actual puzzles. I mean, the race. There's always crazy stuff, so you can never be prepared for that.
Exactly.
Well, what kinds of things did you guys do to prepare for the show? Like, since every season has stick shift driving.
Oh yeah, so I mean that was a huge thing too. I don't have a lot of friends that were like, hey, you can borrow driving my car and stick shift and mess up you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, well, the first and foremost, the first thing we did was we went and got stick shift lessons. But growing up, we've had dirt bikes.
We know how to drive. We wanted to make sure there was no issues with that. Another one, a lost art, map reading, not just going to Google Maps or your Apple Maps and typing an address, and actually be able to read a map is something that I did not know I was so blind to.
No, funny story. We didn't even know where to buy a map at. Where do they sell maps?
Yeah, I wouldn't even. I guess you have to get it from Amazon or something now. I don't know.
We bought a couple of our local county, and
I went to Barnes and Noble or something.
We were trying. Yeah, we go to a grocery store, try to go to the beach, or just find some places, destinations that we.
Another one is. I personally felt like was finding a good pair of shoes, because you can only really pack one. And I didn't want my feet to hurt the whole time. So I guess the last physical one, obviously running, conditioning. I ran more than I won't lie to you guys. I'm not a marathon runner, but I've always considered myself in shape. But there's a whole different preparation for just going on the race. You guys will see it in our faces how much.
Yeah, we retired, but that's I'm tired running any miles nowadays. So.
Walking up the stairs.
Yeah, so we did a lot of running, obviously conditioning, and then mental preparation.
Watching the show. It's like watching film. Yeah,
it's like watching your film before a game. Or another thing we did, we bought puzzles, obviously, and we try to do some of those. There's a lot of apps you can download on your phone that are brain stimulating and kind of make you think.
At the end of all this, though, it's like, how can you really prepare yourself? You don't know until you're there.
And then packing was the only other thing where. We overthought. You want to pack everything you can think of, but you realize you're gonna have to carry it on your back.
Yeah, we were Team Gray. I packed 6 different gray. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to wash my stuff. He's a fashionista, by the way. I packed 6 different gray shirts that all looked the same, and it didn't matter because I sweat in all of them. Yeah, it was. I guess, and you're trying to guess. You have no idea in the world where you're gonna go. So you're like, should I bring a jacket? Should I bring shorts? Right. Should I bring boots? No boots. Obviously, am I gonna be in the mountains or am I gonna be on the beach? Both, you have no clue. Yeah. In watching all the episodes, they kind of you can get a taste of the world. So it was that was the most conflicting part of what to pack, and we didn't know if we need a compass, so we brought that. Oh, of course, you need a compass.
Yeah, did you guys watch any YouTubes for previous teams where they talk about stuff that they thought that they packed or what they would do differently? Did you look to those things for advice?
Surprisingly, yes, there are what to pack on the Amazing Race YouTube videos.
Will and James, they made such a helpful video after obviously the whole process was over. They went and showed how they prepped for it and what they did, and that was really helpful.
We watched. Shout out to Will and James.
Yeah, Lewis and Michelle from season 34. Lewis. Oh, you know Lewis? Yeah, that's right.
We love them.
Yeah,
too.
Since day one, I'm getting a little sidetracked, but since day one, from the beginning, I guess when he knew about it, he's been nothing but supportive and showed guidance and kind of helped walk us through the next step of what's going to happen. He's been a complete friend through all of this as well. But watching them, even through their interviews and the process of getting on the show, was very helpful as well. Michelle made some awesome videos too. So I mean, there's so many different aspects of ways to prepare for it.
Yeah, there's people in the Amazing Race family that are helping future Amazing Races,
and they don't even know it.
Nice. So now that you went, and we know that you can't say anything to family or friends, what were some of the excuses that you guys gave to your family and friends? And also, you guys were in a unique boat because I believe your season was filmed before this last one, right? You were actually 35, kind of.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was hard. It was
The longest secret the longest secret I've ever kept. I felt like Superman there for a while, living a double life.
The
kidding,
funny thing, besides like immediate family and our girlfriends and stuff, like we didn't tell anybody anything. It's much easier to kind of just disappear than explain, just do it. And then like for immediate family and stuff,
you're allowed to, when you go on there, I think it's immediate family is allowed to know, and I think that's literally it. And whoever you live with also has to know. So we both lived with our girlfriends, so they knew, and then that was about it. It was, you want it. You're so excited, you want to tell the world, but you just can't. So I don't know. The way we dealt with that is we just stayed busy. We got into a lot of projects. We started, renovating some places, and we just tried to kill time as we waited for this to come out. And
patience. It was a long of a wait.
Yeah, and when they announced the 35, which originally I guess filmed after us, it was so exciting though to see just another whole crew.
They had such a good season. It's gonna be hard to run up. They were awesome. So it still made us just as excited as we were before. Just seeing that the Amazing Race was back after that wait, it was really exciting.
You'd think, that you'd be bitter about it, but just seeing what an amazing cast they had, and just the show's back. I mean, it was just exciting.
It made us more excited.
Yeah, it honestly made us more excited, and we had to work on our patience again. So just just biting our tongue. We can't say anything to anyone, and just keep ourselves busy until whenever this is. So. Yep.
Will you come back on after your last episode airs to talk more about details on season 36 and spill some beans about some things that they didn't show on camera?
Oh, let's do it.
Absolutely.
Lock us in right now.
Yes, I'll clear my schedule right now.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
How can fans keep up with you guys now? Do you guys have any social media or any projects they can follow?
The most I could do is plug in my Instagram.
Yeah, we're on Instagram.
Mine's at Baily Smith with 3 S's. SS Smith and Anthony.
Yeah, mine is Anthony R.S.S. Smith. So they're kind of the same, but
we're just
happy. We're not we're just we're just happy. I mean, we're so honored to have you guys and reach out and just want to do this, and we really do appreciate you. This has been our first podcast we've ever done. So
nice.
Honestly, we were jittery about it all day. We couldn't wait to talk to you, and we were watching some of your other things. And I love what you guys are doing, and I think you guys have a bright future ahead of you as well, and maybe some future racers here for all we know.
Hopefully, there's a team in here one day. So thanks for letting us be your first podcast. We really appreciate it.
Of course. It was an honor.
And also be prepared, because once this show airs, you guys are going to blow up a little bit. So be prepared for that. We saw that with the other teams too. We got to interview them before their season aired, and then once it aired, everybody was contacting them and stuff. It was pretty cool to see.
Maybe when I talk to you guys next, we'll have gray hair. We'll see.
We're excited. We're excited.
Nice. We're excited to be tuning in. Do you have a team name? Is it Smith Brothers, the Twin Brothers? What did they give you guys like a team name at all?
No, that's so funny. We never I feel like we never really thought of anything. Just to everyone else was on the show, we were just the twins. Everyone just we're the twins. So
we never picked a name. Which is obvious. We're twins.
We're 36, I guess.
Or Gray Team.
Yeah, Team Gray.
Yeah, we didn't get a cool handle like some of the other teams.
No, well, we didn't pick one.
Cool. Well, we're excited, and we'll be cheering for the Twins. I think it's on March 13th. Is that right when it airs?
Yeah. Yep. I think it's 2 weeks, or today Wednesday, and 2 weeks from today.
Yeah. Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
It was a pleasure.